We will continue. We will start with Mangalachara prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So last time we looked at the five items of the glorification, the special glorification of the last five angas of bhakti or limbs of devotional service, which is deity worship and uh, association of devotee, reading or listening to Bhagavatam, and then you have chanting the holy names, and then visiting uh, Vraja, Mathura Mandal. So we completed the Mathura Mandala. Now, Rupa Goswami is talking in one verse about the power of these items. So, Alaukika Padarthanam Achintya Shakti Idrishi. So, Idrishi is referring to this Shakti. The Shakti of these five items, Alaukika Padartha. So this Padartha, or the five items which Rupa Goswami has described previously, those are Alaukika, beyond this world. Though it looks like it is in this world. For example, when we are chanting the holy names of the Lord, it looks like a material sound that is just coming out of our vocal cords, but that is not. And when we are worshipping the deity, it looks like we are worshipping a metal or a stone, but it is not. Hmm? Similarly, Bhagavatam, when we are reading, it looks like a simple text, the combination of letters which we created using our language, but it is not. Similarly, when we enter into Dham, it looks like a normal place, like New Delhi, somewhere near in village in India, but it is not. Similarly, when we are associating with the devotees, they look like ordinary human beings, but they are not. They are alaukika. These are all alaukika, not belonging to this world, transcendental. Hmm? Alaukika padathanam achintya shakti. So, whatever is in this world, they are going to produce if they have power, which we can conceive it. But that which goes beyond this world will provide achintya shakti. Achintya means inconceivable. We cannot fathom it. huh? That kind of shakti it possess. So such type of achintya shakti is possessed by these five transcendental items. What does it do? Bhavam tat vishayam cha api ya sahayeva prakashayet. So these five items, the achintya shakti of these five items is such that it produces love for Lord, bhava. Hmm? Bhava is the manifestation of love of Godhead. So that it produces along with the object of love, tat vishayam, that is Krishna himself. It manifests these five items. Just to perform these five items, Krishna will appear in front of us. Love for him will appear together. Sri Jiva Goswami is in his commentary, he is giving quotations for the last five items that Rupa Goswami has described within using his own words. So if you look at previous verses, Tata Bhuvikrita Kanti, these are all the verses composed by Rupa Goswami. It is not verses quotation quoted from scripture. He is writing his own verses. Now, Jiva Goswami is going to give in his commentary Bhagavatam references for these five items. So we look at least first two items here today. Alaukika iti tesham panchanam iti prakaranat labhyate. So here it doesn't exactly say the five items, but it just says transcendental items. But what are those transcendental items? It can be obtained from the context, because this prakarana, this particular subsection of this chapter is talking about the five items. So it is understood by the context. Yata. So he gives scriptural quotations. So let's go to 10, 12, 39. Radhakunda Mataji, would you like to recite?
Yes, Prabhu, just give me a second. Okay. Sakrutedanga pratimantarahiта मनोमयी भागवतीं ददौ गतिं स एव नित्यात्मा सुखानुभूत्यभिः व्यूढस्तमायो अन्तर्गतो हि किं पुनः.
Thank you. Sakrit yad anga pratima antarahita manomayi. Yad anga pratima. Pratima means image or a deity form. A deity form of the Lord. The body of the Lord is represented in a deity. If that deity form is, basically, if we think about that manomayi, thinking process, that thinking process of the pratima or the deity form, and then you are taking that form and then you are keeping it in your heart, and then you are thinking about it. Yat anga pratima antarahita manomayi. You are taking the form and then keeping it in your mind, taking the deity form, keeping it in your mind, and then you are thinking about it. What it does, that process. Sakrit, even only once, if it does like that. Bhagavatim gatim dadau. So it gives the Supreme Lord Himself. Bhagavata is basically Bhagavatim Gatim. So basically that Krishna himself, or the destination of the Bhagavatas, which is Krishna himself. So it gives Krishna himself to us. This only once it mentions. Sayeva Nitya Atma Sukha Anubhuti Abhivedasta Maya Sahayeva. That form of the Lord, it is Nitya, eternal. It is not temporary. It's not material form. It is eternal. Atma Sukha Anubhuti. It gives happiness to the experience of the happiness for the Atma. It gives joy to the Atma. Abhivadasta Maya. The Maya, it removes the Maya for the living entities, which means they are going to get automatically liberation. Antargataha. When the Lord enters into the heart, what he does, the Lord, whose form is eternal, who gives always bliss to the living entities, that Lord removes the Maya being entered in our heart. What else can be said about that? This whole verse comes in the context of deliverance of Aghasura. So here the once we will question how it will happen only once, or small amount of bhakti only we have done. So our acharyas give the example of um, what is the example they have given? Katwang Maharaj. Okay. So they give the example of Katwanga Maharaj. So Katwanga Maharaj thought about the Lord only once, and then he was able to perfect his life. So similarly, we can also think about the form of the Lord, form of the deity once, in the true sense that you are fully able to observe the deity form of the Lord, keep in your mind, and then think about it. Uh, that can give uh, the destination of the Lord. But that is just only once. What if we daily do it? Then we should be achieving much more than that. Hmm? Hmm. Okay. So next one is very famous verse. Dharma projita ityadau kim paraihi ishvara sadhya hriti avarudyate atra kritibihi shushrushbihi takshanat. Let's go to the verse. Before that, we'll read the translation of Srila Prabhupada here. If even only once or even by force one brings the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead into one's mind, one can attain the supreme salvation by the mercy of Krishna, as did Aghasura. What then is to be said of those whose hearts the Supreme Personality of Godhead enters when he appears as an incarnation, or those who always think of the lotus feet of the Lord, who is the source of transcendental bliss for all living entities and by whom all illusion is completely removed? Okay, so this is the famous verse. Um, Radhakunda Mataji would like to recite.
Yeah. धर्मः प्रोजितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम् वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परेरीश्वरा सज्जो हृच्यवरोध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात्. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. So, if you look at currently, we are reading Vishwanath Chakravarti's commentary in the evening reading call. This first three verses are so important that the out of the entire commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti, that the translation that we have, 10% of the book is only dedicated for first three verses of the entire canto. Uh, you could see how much explanation, how much importance Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is giving. So he gives five different types of explanations to the first verse, and then he also gives a very nice explanation on second and third verses as well. Together, these three verses constitute 10% of the volume of the first word translation we have. Now, here, Dharmaha projita kaitavaha atra paramaha nirmatsaranam satam. Sata, this is Sat, these are the devotees. How these devotees are described here? Nirmatsara. Nirmatsara means, Matsara means envy. When somebody is possessing something, we have envy toward them. What kind of envy? Why he is possessing? I should possess that. If he is talented, no, 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 I should be talented. If he is having a car, a house, no, no, I should have that. If a person is getting praised or worshipped, no, I want to do that. I should be that person. I should be the center. That is what is keeping us bound in this material world. But these devotees are nirmatsara. They don't have this matsara. Their heart is completely free from that matsara. So the nirmatsaranam satam dharmaha. So their dharma, not the dharma of the people who have matsara, the dharma of the people who have no envy in their heart. Their dharma atra is described in this Bhagavatam. That is basically Bhakti Yoga. The Nirmatsaras, those who are free from envy, they follow Bhakti Yoga, Dharma. What kind of Dharma is that? Pra Ujjita Kaitavaha. Kaitava means cheating. Hmm? So, Ujjita means uprooting. Pra Ujjita means completely or deeply uprooting. Hmm? Pravujjita kaitavaha dharmaha. You take dharma and then you remove, completely uproot the cheating tendency out of that. Then what remains that dharma? That dharma is being established in Srimad Bhagavatam. What kind of dharma is that that has a cheating propensity? Sridhara Swami gives the explanation that dharma where you have expectation of the result. For example, if I perform a charitable activity, I expect some kind of punya for me. Next life, I'll become more glorious. I'll have more wealth. Hmm? uh, or I go and take bath in Ganga because I want to be purified of sins so that I can become, I don't need to suffer for the sins. Hmm? Or I go and perform several Devata puja, Navagraha puja, and whatever it is. Why? I want to be free from such and such misery. These are all phalabhisandhana, looking for the result. Fruitive actions, Prabhupada says. These are all fruitive actions. That means you have a fruitive mentality. You want to obtain fruit out of that. Those are all cheating. Why? Because they are not going to give you ultimate fruit. They are going to just cheat you with something low bar. uh, so that is why it is cheating. But all this by using completely uprooting, Sridhara Swami says, even if you desire for moksha, liberation from this material world, that is also cheating. So by saying pravujjita kaitavaha, even that moksha is also scoped out of this, which means uh, moksha is also a fruitive activity that you are looking. I want to put an end to all the suffering I have in this world and I want to attain liberation. That is the mentality of those who are aspiring after moksha. That is also fruitive intention. So that is also removed out of this. Then what else is remaining? The only thing that remains, so all the punya karyas are removed, moksha is also removed. What else is remaining in the dharma? Bhakti yoga. Why? You perform bhakti yoga with the intention that I want to simply please the Lord. As Prahlad Maharaj says, this is not a business transaction where I try to please you and then you come and give me something else. No, I just want to simply please you. That's it. Nothing else. I have zero expectations from you. I want to simply please you, O Supreme Lord. That dharma is being spoken of in Srimad Bhagavatam. That dharma is paramaha. It's a great dharma. It's not, it's the highest dharma. And that belongs to those devotees who do not have envy in their heart. Vedyam vastavam atra vastu shivadam tapatrayon moolanam. Atra, in this Bhagavatam, what is being talked about? A vastu is being talked about. A vastu, generally, literal translation of vastu is an object. What is that object? That is Krishna. That object is being talked about. It is not mentioned in name here, but by other things we can try to understand it. This Vastu is Vastava. Vastava means real. Real means what? It exists in past, present, and future. That is real. My body is not going to exist in past, present, and future. It exists for some time, but not all past, not all future. It is going to exist. It's going to disappear after some time. It did not exist before some time. Similarly, any object in this world. Hmm? But Krishna is not like that. Krishna is existing all the time. So that vastu, vastavam vastu, that real vastu is being talked about. And what that vastu does? Shivadam. It gives auspiciousness. Shiva means auspicious. It gives auspiciousness. Then tapatraya unmoolanam. It removes tapatraya, three kinds of sufferings. Three kinds of tapa means literally heating up. Because it removes three kinds of sufferings. What is adhyatmika, adhibhaudika, adhidhaivika? Adhyatmika, because of our mind and body, so many problems are coming. If you have a body, as you are growing old, it's going to give you so many problems. And as you are with our mind, so much stress, so much thinking, so much suffering is happening. Adhibhaudika, from other living beings. Uh, it could be your friends, relatives, enemies, or it could be by just some people walking on the street, neighbors, uh, or it could be by other living entities also. You are getting suffering. Adhidhaivika. Now, above all of that, the weather condition may not work suitable for you, or suddenly earthquake can happen, or tsunami can happen. So many natural calamities can happen from the daiva. Huh? So all these kinds of three sufferings, this Bhagavatam removes. Not Bhagavatam, the Vastu removes. That Vastu is being talked about here, and that Vastu can be experienced, Vedyam, known. Known doesn't mean just theoretically knowing. You can also practically experience it. What is theoretical knowledge versus practical knowledge? Suppose I tell you there is a gulab jamun. It is red in color. It is very sweet. It is very soft, and it is it is nice to put in your mouth. If I explain all these things, that's theoretical knowledge. As soon as you take the gulab jamun and put in your mouth, that is practical experience. So similarly, here in this Bhagavatam, Krishna can be experienced, not just be known, not some information about him, some data we are collecting, not just that. It also gives you experience of Krishna just by reading Bhagavatam. You will slowly, slowly, slowly get experience of Krishna directly, revelation of Krishna. Shrimad Bhagavate. So now it says Atra, Atra, Atra. It was saying previously, Atra means here, here, here. Now it says Shrimad Bhagavate. This Bhagavatam, this what is kind of Bhagavatam? Shrimad. Shrimad means very beautiful Bhagavatam. Somebody is asking, what does it mean, Shrimad Bhagavatam? Very beautiful Bhagavatam. There are so many meanings for Shri, but one of the meanings which Sridhara Swami takes is Shrimad means Sundari. So, Bhagavatam, very beautiful Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite. This Bhagavatam was written by a great sage. Srila Prabhupada takes it as Vyasadev because Vyasadev wrote this work. But I think Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he takes Mahamuni Krite or even Sridhara Swami, I guess. Mahamuni refers to the Supreme Lord himself. Why? He came as a sage before um, to Lord Brahma, and then he spoke this whole Bhagavatam in, um, in a short form. We have this Chatushloki Bhagavatam, which comes in the second canto in 4 verses. Starting from Ahameva Sameva Agre Anyat Sadasat Param. 4 small verses, he talks the whole Bhagavatam there. So Shankshiptena, so he tells that in a short form, in a very abbreviated form. Krishna himself previously has said that Bhagavatam, or Mahamuni can also refer to Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva has written this Bhagavatam. He is also an avatar of the Lord. Kimma aparaihi. This Bhagavatam contains, which is written by Mahamuni, it contains all these things. What is the need for anything else? Any other Shastra, basically. In the Shastra, you can know the highest dharma, and then you can know the highest object to be attained. You can experience it. What are you looking for in? other things. And this highest object removes all your suffering. It gives you auspiciousness. Hmm. And it is this dharma is not having any cheating propensity. What are you looking for? Kim paraihi. What is the need for anything else? Then further again glorifies. Ishvaraha sadhyaha hridi avarudyate. The Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, Sadhya means immediately. Immediately he is captured in the heart. Hridi avarudyate. He is vasikrita, that is, captured in the heart, arrested in the heart. Huh? Atra kritibihi, not by everyone, but those who have done sukriti, those who have done nice bhakti by those people. Huh? Shushrushbihi, those who are very, very interested in learning Bhagavatam, those who are very, very interested in reading Bhagavatam, those who are very, very interested in listening to Bhagavatam. Shushrushbihi. Takshanat, at the moment when they start reading Bhagavatam, the Lord is immediately captured in the heart. When Shukadeva Goswami is speaking, or Parikshit Maharaj is listening, or Goswamis are writing, when they read the Bhagavatam, Krishna appears immediately in their heart. That is why when the gopis were in the Ras Leela, when Krishna left all of them, um, the gopis, what did they do? In the middle of the Rasa dance, Krishna left all of the gopis. Then they were talking about the different Leelas of the Lord. Why? Because the Lord has separated himself from them. They talked about the Leelas of the Lord. And then, Tava Kathamritam. By that Leelas, they again obtained the association of the Lord. Same thing, Bhagavatam talks about the Leelas of the Lord. By talking about the Leelas of the Lord, again, you get the union of the Lord within. So, yeah. So, this is a glorification of Bhagavatam. For the first example he has given is the glorification of deity form. The second example he has given is glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, we'll continue from here next week. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Any questions, comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Excellent, excellent explanation. Actually, first time I thoroughly enjoyed this Dharma Projita Kaitavo because by reading translation, directly we don't relish that much. But if you could, break it down into word to word, like in a Sanskrit, and explain it is more relishable. Actually, so first time this sloka I have really relished thoroughly by listening, each and every words and translation and meaning and explanation, very, very opt. So I really thoroughly enjoyed both the verses you shared today, Prabhu. Thank you so much. I want to hear more and more like this. And you are also adding Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's and also, Sridhar Swami's commentary in between. So it was so sweet. So nice. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji.
Time.
I'm just a message deliverer.
Whatever the
After
time you are
somebody.
giving for us, even though it is very little time, it is so sweet and so valuable for us, actually. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, bro. Okay. Thank you, devotees, for joining. We'll stop here. We'll continue next week. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः